אוקיי, רק נסביר איך זה הולך להתנהל. מסיבת העיתונאים לקראת המשחק עם המאמן, אחרי זה יגיע לכם גם הבעלים. לגבי שחקן, יש לנו יום פתוח, אז נראיין אותו שם סינק רגיל. נתחיל עכשיו רק שאלות למיקרופון, לכבות טלפונים בבקשה, אפשר?
המיקרופון לא בסדר.
הוא דלוק?
דלוק
תן למי שיצליח. בבקשה, תתחיל. יש? בבקשה. כן.
Hello. I'm okay. Everything is okay.
Next game it's Ashdod. Some Ashdod. What you can tell of this?
Next game is against Ashdod on Monday. We know that it's generally a difficult opponent for us, especially when we play there. This is the team who can beat everyone, each another team when they play home. Have a lot of interesting and good player, especially in front, fast player. Middle of the pitch is a good. Have a creative player. That means we speak about one good team, and our target is the same like every time. We want to win. We want to take the 3 points, and we need to prepare ourselves for the one difficult game. Dor Perez, he's get. To be honest, it's something what we didn't want. Normally, he's get injured there in the practice with the national team, and this is the part of the life of one football player because you never know what's going to happen. It's happening all over the world, and this is something what all of us who work this job, especially who stay in my position, want to reduce and don't want to have it because it's the worst for one coach to have a injured player. And Dor is the strong guy. He's first of all a clever man, and I'm sure he will pass this fast, and he will be stronger after this injury.
Coach, how did you felt during the off time that you had with the players, without the national team players, but how did you felt with the squad when you have now Atsili and Golasa and Nikolic all training with you?
No, it's good for us to we start to be full squad. Now it's happened this with Dor, but normally it's a big pain for us, big damage for us, but the rest of the players is coming, and all of them is on the good shape. It's good for me for sure, and now it's the moment and the time to take decision when I will use them and when they will be ready to help us. Normally after a long period injured, when the players stay more than 1 month, 2 months, after that you must be clever, and you must protect them for some another injury, because when one professional player don't work 6, 7, 8 months, that means to first period when he return, it's very important to be on the good way, to don't get some another kind of danger.
Coach, the game on Monday against Ashdod will be similar to the game against Hadera. The ball will be at your legs.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so, because Ashdod is the team who play football.
Not yet.
But I follow them, I watch them. They are play football against every team. They are lose last game because they are stay with 10 players after 5 minutes. Okay, they are play against Beersheva very good football. They could win the game. They had a lot of chance.
They will be the defense, and the ball will be.
Okay, it's now I don't. To be honest, my thing is to think about how we will play and to prepare ourselves. But what I can say about Ashdod is that what I see until now, it's one very good team. One team who walk on the both way, one team who attack with a lot of players, with the quality players in front, in the middle. The team who is danger in the set pieces. We speak about one good team, and we speak about our previous game. We play against one team who stay with the 10 players and who is coming our 60 meter 2 times for 90 minutes. I'm sure this game will be tough game and difficult game for us.
My question is, what did you learn after the game against Hadera? Maybe to start strong from the beginning, because we saw that from minute 70 like this, the last 20 minutes were okay. The ball didn't get in. But I think the team started very slowly in the first half.
Maybe it's I agree with you. We didn't start maybe strong like how we play in the last 20-25 minutes. It's true, but and you ask me what we learn. We learn a lot. We learn a lot after every game. And we learn a lot. First of all, our target is to learn for our mistake. Okay? To improve it. And we speak about that last 15 months. Doesn't matter if we win 4-0, 5-0, or if we lose. This is our target. But we learn another thing. A lot of another thing, what's happened during the game. Okay? What is maybe not our mistake sometimes. A lot of things we learn, we try to get the messages, what's happened. Okay? Because we try to be better and better. This is our target. And this is something what I ask from them until my last day here. And we work to improve our mistake. But I said, this is the first and main target from us. What we want to do and how we want to play, to improve. And doesn't matter if we won the game or if we lose the game. But we learn another things what's happened. Okay?
First of all, Coach, if you will see in Monday Omer Atzili after how much is half year outside the...
Omer Atzili is in a good shape now. He's returned. He's worked with us last 2 weeks, and now if we will take decision he will be in the 18 or no, we will see. We have 2-3 days more, and we will see what will happen with him in the next days. What will happen with him on the way, if he will be 100%. He worked with us. He's okay. I hope he will be ready, if not for this, maybe for this game, he will be ready for the next game.
Is that an answer of Nikolic?
He is on the good shape, the same. He's played last 2 games, one game more than another. That means this what I said before, that we have the players who coming from the injury, and they are fix the injury, the main injury, what they had before. We need to protect them for some small things, small details, what can happen now. And we protect them, because I'm the man who is go with the logic. For me, it's better to don't play 1 game than to don't play 4 months or 3 months, okay? And every time when I feel when I hear and when I know to some of the players have some injury, muscle injury, because I said muscle injury because sometimes the injury can come after the kick. This is something else. But muscle injury is something what you need to give attention and what you need to give them to rest if possible. 2, 3, 4 days. 1 week is better than this what's happened with Dor Perez. Okay?
Coach, what can you tell us about your goalkeeper, Haviv Ochayon, because we know that you come to speak with him and his family.
Something what is, when I heard, I'm sure all of us who is here and who knows him, it's disappointing, and the health of the guys is the most important than everything. And whatever he need, we are here.
Coach, I'm sorry to continue to ask about a medical center here, because we still have so many injured players. What about Sherani, Kandil, and Schoenfeld?
They are coming. They are work. Schoenfeld worked with us 2 weeks, like Atzili. He's ready to play. Okay. Schoenfeld is the same like Atzili. We speak about Atzili. We don't speak about the Schoenfeld. Yeini is he's on the way to rehabilitation now. We have him and we have Kandil. Kandil, we wait. I think after this game he will be with us.
And the goalkeeper, please?
Goalkeeper start to work with us. Yes, he's work with us now because it's not looking from the first moment. It will be this period, but he's broke his he has a rupture and ligament, and they took the time for sure, more than 1 month, 1.5 months.
Coach, I want to ask you about the attacking part of the team. I know that you don't like to speak about parts, but your defense is quite good this season, and it seems like you have some kind of problems in the attack. I want to ask you, what is your philosophy as a coach? To give the same players to play few games and to give them confidence, or try every week to change and to put players, you know, as you think, with the opponent, with the practices in this week? What is your philosophy as a coach?
But I believe I'm here 15 months, 16 months, yes. That means you should know it. I don't start to work here 2 months ago. Okay. Normally I watch them, I work with them, I follow how they work, who is on the good shape, who is not. My opinion. Okay. A lot of them play a lot of games. Some of them is not on the good shape. We want to replace, to give a chance for some another. We have players, we believe on them, and we want to use them.
But do you agree that this season you have a little bit difficulties in the attack part?
Listen, we create chance in every game. We have chance. Maybe we don't create the chance, 10 chance during the game, but when you have the team who play with 10 players in the 60 meter, it's not easy to create 10 chance. Okay, you can create 2 or 3, but in these 2 or 3, you should score. Yes, this is something what is important to score first goal. I said before, we learn a lot from our mistake, but we learn a lot and for another things what's happened during the game.
Can you tell about it? Because
No, I said this. That's it.
חיים, שאלה אחרונה.
Coach, we know that the owner is here. Did you have any talk with him, maybe to continue with your job here over the contract that you have?
No, I don't talk with him now because he's landing yesterday evening, and normally I'll talk with him in the next days.
תודה רבה.
Thank you.
כמה דקות ונמשיך.
Okay. Yeah, good when you are.
Good afternoon. So here to announce the change at Maccabi. I'd like to announce that Ben will be leaving the club effective the end of the month, and Ben will be leaving for various reasons, personal and professional reasons. So
Mitch, we cannot hear. Please, if you can speak louder.
To the mic, please.
No, I don't.
you didn't hear that?
That's it.
Ben will be leaving at the end of the month, and of course we thank him very much for his 2+ years of dedicated service to Maccabi, and we understand the situation, and vice versa. In football, it's normal, and the club has always dealt with these things and is built to deal with these things, and will deal with this. We've known for some time, so we have been making the appropriate plans. But that's all I have to announce at this point. I'll turn it over to Ben.
Yeah, I think Mitch articulated it very well for a variety of reasons, personal and professional. I'll be leaving Maccabi at the end of the month. I'd like to say a huge thank you, first and foremost, to all the supporters of Maccabi. This is a truly special club with quite spectacular heritage, and it's been a pleasure to sit there, and quite humbling to sit there as Maccabi's CEO for such a wonderful club. I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of the staff. I've had immense support from all the staff and the players since the very beginning. It's been a real honour to sort of play my little part in Championship number 23 and to build what I refer to as this 100% Maccabi group. My biggest thank you, and an offer will circulate a formal release, I believe, if the club hasn't already, is to these two guys sat next to me. To be given an opportunity to manage a club like Maccabi, I can never thank them enough, and I'm immensely grateful for the opportunity. I hope in some way I've repaid their faith in me from 2 and a bit years ago. The colour yellow, as I say, and number 23 will be forever etched in my memory and also in my heart. So I thank these two in particular for their constant counsel and for their constant guidance and for the opportunity to manage Maccabi.
Ben, can you go into more details? What's the reason that you're leaving? Because usually when somebody lives, he lives in the end of the season.
Yeah. Yeah, no, as I say, it's personal and professional reasons. And through some personal situations of mine, I started to think about returning to the UK. It will come out shortly, so I will say that I will take up a position not long after I leave Maccabi as the CEO at Blackpool in England. And I'm very fortunate that I have a very understanding owner and owner representative, that when I started speaking to them, as Mitch said a few weeks ago, that Mitch was open to me leaving before the end of the season and before the end of my current contractual situation. And I thank him very much for that, and for Jack for allowing that to happen.
Ben, first of all, do we know who is replacing you?
Maybe that's one for Mitch.
We have a lot of depth in our senior management at the club, so for now it will be a combination of the senior management to pick up the various tasks, and of course Jack is always there. He's always at the end of the line and available, and of course Jack was the CEO of this club for many years, so the combination of that will be the interim solution while we look for a permanent solution.
So my other question to Ben is, what kind of Maccabi are you leaving to the person who will go in your position?
I think the club is in a good place. It's never in the best place it can be, because if we don't all bounce out of bed every morning and want to make Maccabi better, then we should pack up and go home. I think we have a very good coach, a good staff, great infrastructure. I'm biased. I still think we have the best squad in Israel. And
Why are you leaving?
as I said, for a variety of reasons, it's a time for me to go back to the UK. It's with a very heavy heart, as I say in the statement. I thank everyone. Israel and Tel Aviv and Maccabi will forever be part of mine and Beth, my wife's, heart. I'm sure there's going to be a few tears in the Mansford household before I get on that last plane home. Mitch and Jack have always said I'll be welcome back, and for me, I hope I'm back as a fan, celebrating number 24 in the very near future.
Question for you, Mitch. Before you find Ben, it took like almost 2 years without a CEO after Martin Bain left. Do you think that this time would be shorter? And if it's possible, maybe to have a CEO, an Israeli one?
First of all, it will take what it takes, you know. So we're not interested in hiring for speed. We're interested in hiring for a good fit. So we'll see. I hope it doesn't take 2 years, but it'll take what it takes. And it could very well be Israeli, of course. I'm sure I've already got a whole bunch of applications while I'm sitting here. So we'll have a look at each one and we'll assess it.
Mitch, Ben, as part of his job, was not only the CEO, he also took a really significant part in the management of the team, of the squad, the sporting director role. Are you looking also to bring a new character that will take this position like it was when Jordi was with?
We'll see. I mean, we're open to everything. You know, people are the job descriptions are rigid, but people are, you know, complex creatures, and we'll, you know, as we meet and interview for this position, we'll see where their skills lie, and when we make that decision, we'll see whether or not it's appropriate to do something along the lines of a sport director or not.
As the owner of this club for the past 10 seasons, and we see it usually in the last 7 years, every guy that you brought here went to a better place, went to bigger leagues. How do you feel with that as an owner? I mean, it's a headache that you need to replace them all the time, but maybe it's also good for you that you are finding the right characters that can also progress outside.
I should open a recruiting office, you know, a headhunting company. Would be very successful business. Well, look, I don't need to explain where Maccabi Israel fits into the football world in Europe. So I think we've had good, you know, antenna for selecting people in senior positions at Maccabi, but obviously giving them the chance to shine. And in Europe, obviously in the past and even right up to the moment, we're not the only ones who think they're good and they're capable, and so we understand that, but we're okay with it. I mean, you know, we're built for you know, for change, and so it comes with the football business. Barak, you can ask him right now. I think he he made an application.
His CV's arrived already.
Barak does a fantastic job for the club, and you know, he's one of our many secret weapons. Maybe not so secret, but really appreciate all the work Barak does.
Mitch, I don't know if it's the right occasion to ask, but we didn't hear your opinion after they didn't succeed or in the European League, in the European games, and we would like to know what is your opinion about this, and if it's if you maybe consider to re-sign Coach Ivic for a longer term.
Look, I'm not happy with our results and our performance in Europe. Quite frankly, I'm not happy with our results and our performance domestically either. So we have a lot to do, and I do have faith in Vlad to get to us where we need to be.
can you...
שנייה.
סליחה.
Mitch, you can tell us please what is the situation right now with the financial fair play problem?
It's a problem. It's
Because this is the last year with
well, I mean, we did not, we went nowhere in Europe, and so this is a problem. This further contributes to the problem, and so it's one of the greatest challenges of this club, quite frankly, as the responsibility of the management of this club. I would say that Ben has done, and Jack, both together have done an excellent job in the budgetary area and in working with UEFA. But soccer, it's not a perfect system. I mean, had we gone further in Europe, we would have less of a financial fair play issue, but the financial fair play issue continues, and there's a lot of pressure for us to bring down the budget.
Maybe tell us about the future. Tell us about the future of your coach, Vladimir, because all the time we read in Greece, Serbia, maybe go to another club. So did you see Ivic how much years in Israel?
This is, you know the answer to this question you're asking me. I mean, it's the football business. I mean, we're happy with Vlada. I am happy with Vlada. He is a good fit in many ways to Maccabi, but you can't predict these things. You can't predict the future that far in advance with football. What you have to be and what you have to do is be able to, to be set up to deal with changes, and we are. But I'm not looking for any changes with respect to the coaching staff.
Question for Ben. I've sat with you in this room twice
I know.
the past year, and I never imagined that you will be the one that leave first from this club, because you always spoke with a lot of passion about Maccabi and building something new. So my question is, for how long did you know that this is going to happen? And
No, I think, as we said, it's been a sort of shortish number of weeks where I've been chatting with Jack and Mitch. There was no predetermined decision. A set of circumstances for me personally at home in the UK meant that I started to consider what opportunities might arrive in the UK, and I think this is one that is a good one and allows me to be closer to family and to support there. I think a lot of this group. I think they're a great group of young players and a great young coach, and I hope there's one or two other owners that are as good as Mitch. Otherwise, I'm going to have a reasonably short career after Maccabi. But for me, it was with a really heavy heart that I step away. And I speak to everybody, players, staff, and one or two CEOs, some of which are on the top table with me, that have left Maccabi and Israel and still maybe never quite enjoyed some of their time professionally as they did here. So it is a difficult decision, but I think it's the right one for me at this stage. And I really hope that this group now will kick on again. For me, they have everything in terms of the resources, the ownership, the management, to go on and win more titles. We've seen the emergence this year of Ilon Almog, Eden Kartsev, out on loan. I think the future is very bright for Maccabi, and I'll be sat up at all hours continuing to watch the games, and I really hope number 24 is round the corner.
Questions also for Ben and for Mitch. First, Ben, you always said to us that you are a bad loser. I don't know if it's to lose, but
I'll speak to the players afterwards. I think Mitch and I felt it was right that we communicate here first, so I will speak to the players. I think the players know that I've given them everything I've got, and they know I'll be trying to leave for the right reasons. There's never an easy time in football. There's never, good times in any job. But I do believe, we talk about, you say bad results. We're top of the league. We're unbeaten. This squad is a very good one. This coach is settled. His staff are settled. They have fantastic guidance in Jack and Barak and Sharon and Tom are in the office, and Mitch as the leader. I think someone said something very interesting last year. I think it was Afira on one of her radio shows. So if I'm giving her credit and I shouldn't be, then I apologize. Where she said, when Maccabi didn't win a title for 3 years, it still finished second. It still competed for cup finals. It still won the Toto Cup. It still qualified for Champions League. It still qualified for Europa League. And a lot of that is because of the culture and the environment and the Maccabism that I think Mitch helps foster and he demands from the senior management team. So just like the team coped when other people have left, it will cope again when I leave. And more importantly, what we are building here is something that will come through and has come through bigger challenges than a CEO leaving and one or two not so, as Mitch articulated earlier, not so top-level performances.
Okay, and for me, please, if you are here today, and you came especially for this press conference, so Ben was very important, still very important for you and for the club. Didn't you try to convince him to stay, or the reasons were so big that you couldn't do it?
We were happy and are happy with Ben. We took a chance on Ben, and he took a chance on us 2.5 or so years ago, and I think we would agree that it worked out for both. And I think Ben has a lot of potential to continue to grow in a senior management role. So we do think highly of Ben, and we genuinely wish him well. In terms of convincing him to stay, I mean, when it comes to personal reasons, this is above all. In the main driver for Ben leaving relate to personal reasons. He has now found, a job, but the initial reasons relate to personal things. So we respect that, and we'll always respect that, and here we are today.
Mitch, we sit here exactly 10 years after you bought this club and came to Israel and to Maccabi Tel Aviv. How long do you still plan to stay here in this club and to keep and build this culture you started?
How long do I plan to continue to own the club? Longer than Ben. I have no plans for leaving the club. I think so long as I'm enjoying the challenge and that I see there's potential for improvement to build a proper culture, then I will continue to continue with the ownership of Maccabi.
Actually, I would like to continue this kind of question to ask about your feeling and about are you proud, and if this was one part of your vision to see parents and kids wearing yellow when coming to Maccabi?
Yeah, driving in here today is fantastic. Yeah, I observed the same thing. Yeah, it's fantastic, especially if you drove in here 10 years ago, or 9 years ago, for that matter. So it's a wonderful feeling to see that, for sure.
Thank you, guys.
Sameach.